my name is Jama Hernandez and I'm with the Women's Net Advisory Board, and I'm so excited to introduce to you our first nonprofit winner for the year of 2022, and that is Uprise Circus. And so we are so excited about the awesome things that they're doing, and today we're going to be speaking with Liz. She is the Executive Director and Vice President of Uprise Circus. So thank you so much for being with us today.
Yes.
And
thanks for having us.
Yes, congratulations. We're so excited. And maybe can you tell our Women's Net fans a little bit about your organization and what you're doing?
Yeah, so Uprise Circus is the only social circus in Texas. And that means we use flying trapeze as a tool and other circus arts to teach lessons of perseverance and social development to teens in our area.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And so if you had to summarize how that's being done or why you're doing it, can you please help our listeners to understand what you're doing?
Sure. Yeah. So we're in Austin, in the capital of Texas. And so there are 35,000 youth living in poverty. And so that's kind of our target area, is hitting those kids that maybe aren't involved in other programs or have some additional issues. Maybe they're struggling with mental health, which is super common from COVID. And they might be a person of color or having issues related to LGBTQ. And so we really wanted to, not let those kids fall through the cracks and pick them up and give them the support that they need and the confidence that they're maybe lacking. We all were teens once. We know how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we really bring them in and make them feel supported, and so much of what we do is circus, but it all has the underlying mission of just really making them feel good and connected.
So if you are a child participating in your program, what would it look like for them?
Yeah. So we have two kinds of classes. The first is an introductory type class. And so we hold several of those each year where kids can come out and try it and see if it's a good fit for them. And then if they like it, they can sign up for our series. It's free for them thanks to grants such as this wonderful program. And they come every week for 6 or 8 weeks, depending on what time of year it is. And sometimes at the end, we wrap that up with a student show where we make it as close to an authentic circus experience as possible with costumes, and we do their hair and makeup, and there's music, and they can invite their family and friends to come watch.
Awesome. So for our viewers, if you haven't already, check out their website, and there's a really amazing video that shows some of the activities that the kids do, and you can totally see how kids' confidence are boosted from this and just how they're challenged positively just to continue doing awesome things. And you can totally see how the activities will stay with them for a long time. So it's pretty cool stuff. So
yeah.
So tell us, how is your program going to use the funds?
Yeah, so we're women started, and we all of us women have other jobs. One of us is a physician. We all have different jobs outside of this, but this is our passion, and so we put in the hours and do, we get as much as we can, but we're there's only 24 hours in a day. And so thanks to this grant, we're going to be able to hire someone to come in and help with the tasks that need to be kept up with, like sending reminders to students and like making sure that they've applied and they're coming and they're on time and their waivers turned in. And that's going to give the rest of us time to focus on the program and expanding the program to reach more kids. And so the kind of other half of the grant is going to be to creating a summer program, which we've never been able to do before because of funding. So we're super excited to offer a program this summer and really pick up the slack and give kids something to do during the summer that's, not getting into trouble, but coming to us and staying involved and meeting up with their friends. And we're just so excited. It's going to be a nighttime class too, which will be fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
that does sound like fun. So if you could speak a little bit, one of the things that really struck us about your application is you spoke a lot about your data outcomes and the kind of skills that kids are walking away with and how you've been able to measure up. So what kind of skills when children go through your 6-week program, what kind of transformation are you seeing in your kids, and maybe if you can speak a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we schedule each class identically, and so they know what to expect because our population tends to maybe not have as much structure as in their home life or their time outside of with us. And so they get we do an emotional check-in and talk about teach them the language, talk about how you're feeling, and then we do games to kind of get them to connect with each other. And then we do flying and everything else related to the circus programming. The way that we measure that data is on day 1 of the series, we have them fill out a questionnaire, and it talks about questions related to our mission, like what we're hoping to accomplish for them. How are you feeling? Do you feel like you could conquer things? And do you feel like you have friends here? And do you have friends at school? And how is school going? Relating it back to their everyday life. And then at the end of the series, we interview them again. And every time, it's just tremendous growth. And you see kids come in, angry or crying or upset on day 1, and by the end, they're smiling, they're confident, they're showing their peers how to do something that they learned how to do. And it's amazing how much they get done in just a 6 weeks time. And then we do have some of the kids come back like series after series, so it doesn't just end there for them.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And how can the Women's Net friends, our board, how can we all continue to show support for your business?
Oh, wow. Yeah, that would be amazing. For our kids, it costs us about $65 to have one kid participate in one class. And so if somebody would be interested in supporting a kid, they could, buy their 6 weeks, 6 times 65, or they could just sponsor one class. That would be amazing, because we hate turning people away, and so far we really haven't had to, thankfully. But that's one way, is monetarily, and the other way is just helping us get the word out. As a small business and a nonprofit, we don't have a ton of money to put into marketing and social media, and so even just sharing, if you don't have funds, just sharing our mission and sharing Uprise Circus is so helpful to us.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And how do we get to know Uprise Circus? Like maybe your website or your contact information?
Yeah. So we have our website, uprisecircus.org. And we also are pretty active on Facebook. So following us there, as well as Instagram. Instagram, we tend to just post videos of our program and the cool tricks that people are working on. And then we also have a newsletter. So you can sign up for that on our website, uprisecircus.org. The other thing that we offer, kind of going back to connecting with us and supporting our program, we do have private classes, And so once in a while, someone will want to celebrate their birthday and they'll book a 2-hour lesson just for them. And every spot that they purchase, we just take that money and flip it right into a spot for a kid. It's 1-to-1.
Okay.
Yeah.
So cool. Well,
Yeah.
that is definitely something I would personally like to try sometime.
Yeah, it's great.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for spending time with us today and letting us know a little bit about your business. We are so excited. So make sure to check them out on their website, www.upriseCircus.com.org. And thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.